My name is Christy Grundon. I have been cosplaying for about 2 years, I want to say.
My name is Sarah, because I started around like 2010.
My name is Jessica. I've been cosplaying since about 2005, so it's been about 11 years, on and off.
Mahina Tatiana.
How old are you?
Is this your first time cosplay?
My name is Mindy Tomlin. I've been cosplaying since 2012, so just about 4 years now.
Relax dolls. I've only been cosplaying for like 5 years. Not very long.
I've been cosplaying since I was 18.
I've been cosplaying for about 6 months.
Growing up, you think about becoming princesses and ballerinas, or you see a character on TV that you're like, ah, that person's so cool, I want to be that person.
It's somewhere in between casual enjoyment and reenacting.
You get to dress as your favorite characters from TV shows or movies or, you know, whatever you're a fan of.
Halloween on steroids.
Costumes can take a few months to make, depending on how complex it is.
Probably 3 months on and off, except I'm really bad about doing it last minute, so it seems like I make it in a week.
It really depends on how much we gather. Like sometimes it could probably be finished out in 2 weeks, and sometimes it could take 2 months, and sometimes it could take 3 months.
I think the most difficult cosplay that I've made so far would be the rogue cosplay that I'm currently working on, and also probably my flame princess cosplay that I did.
Lulu from Final Fantasy X. That was my nearly 200-hour project. It involved a little bit of everything: corset making, leather working. I had to build a crinoline and then glue a whole bunch of belts to the skirt. It was an intense ordeal.
Definitely Violet from Rat Queens. I had never made armor before, so I had to kind of figure it out as I went along. Of course, you know, it's like once you're done with it, you're like, oh, I want to change basically everything, but definitely know what to do for my next armor outfit.
I guess just learning different things is the most difficult part. Like, I self-taught how to sew. I self-taught how to do circuitry. I self-taught pretty much everything.
I'm going as Batgirl. And I'm going as Deathstroke.
I am working on Kindred from League of Legends.
Raven is definitely my first cosplay that I'm working on.
I'm working on Sans from Undertale, and it is quite an undertaking, just because I'm doing like the mask thing, which I've never done anything like that before.
Harley Quinn.
Edward Elric.
Mina Paces.
Arania Circuit.
Perezi Pyro.
What do you like the most here?
Characters.
My favorite part of cosplay is probably the community. There's just this overwhelming amount of acceptance, and it's a lot of fun to just instantly walk into a room and feel like you're friends with every single person in there.
People that you get to meet. Me and her actually met at this convention, so like you meet tons of people and it's just a great thing.
Yeah, I met my best friend at a convention because we were in cosplay and stopped for pictures. And
Interacting with other people, because when you're in character like that, then you get to interact with other people who are also in character, and it's kind of like bringing everything to life, and I think that's the most fun thing about it.
You can act how you want without being truly judged.
Yeah, like literally at this convention you can walk around in your underwear. One of our friends is doing that right now.
I like the people, definitely the people in cosplay, and it's like a really fun creative outlet because you never know what you're gonna learn. It's all playing it by ear and just figure it out as you go.
So I got into cosplay shortly after I finished graduate school. I wound up moving out to East Texas for a job, and one of my coworkers, she was like, "Oh, hey, I see you minored in Japanese on your resume. Are you interested in anime by any chance?" So I was like, "Well, yeah." So she was like, "Okay, well, we go to this thing called a-kon and we normally dress up. Do you want to come join us?" And that was really the end of the story for me.
I think just wanting to interact with other people who liked what I liked, that and just being on the internet, when you talk to other people, a lot of them are like, "Oh, I'm going to so-and-so convention." And I'm like, "Wow, what's a con?" And I looked into it and I thought that sounded like a lot of fun, so that's pretty much how I got into it.
I've always kind of had nerdy friends, and they start talking about cosplay and these conventions that they go to and how people get into these costumes that they made themselves, and that just always sounded really exciting to me.
Well, I literally just woke up one day and was like, I just want to do this. I've wanted to do it since I was a younger girl and might as well.
My name is Chris Graham. I own Man-Made Soap, and we sell and make handmade soap.
My name is Jerry Bennett. I am an independent freelance comic book artist of all kinds. I do t-shirt designs, licensed work for Marvel and Lucasfilm and Stan Lee.
My name is Rachel, and my business name is Beatswear.
Hi, I'm Barbara Hale with Barbara's Imaginations Unlimited.
My name is Genevieve Dodd. This is T-Punk Tees, and we sell high-quality tees. I got a booth here at a-kon through the internet. We heard about it from a lot of friends saying that this was a great convention to come to.
You know, actually I had applied and they were all full, and then they contacted me and they said they had an opening, and here it is. It was a really good spot right here at the front.
Well, running a booth, you don't get to go to the different panels at the convention, but you do get to meet an awful lot of really fantastic people, and that's what makes it worthwhile.
It's apples and oranges, to be honest, because I mean, as an attendee, you get to just walk around, enjoy this stuff, and stare at all the awesome. And from behind the table, you kind of have to treat it like a business. You're having to work, you're having to sell. You're having to put yourself out there, you put your art out there.
Running a booth is actually probably more fun than walking around, just because I get to see everybody. And if you're walking around, you miss some people. I get to talk to everybody, ask questions. Some of the same jokes. We've got they ask a lot about the different products, the Sex Panther soap and how it's illegal in 9 countries and things like that. So.
I actually started doing this a long time ago. I started making outfits for friends. I used to go to a lot of different events and festivals, and it kind of just blossomed from that, and eventually I kind of got into the convention scene.
I've been drawing my whole life. I've been doing art my whole life, but I went as a full-time artist about 5 years ago. So
I've been making soap about 10 years and selling to the public about 2.5 years.
What really started is I was doing live action gaming, where we did armor and people want dressing up in their fantasy costumes. And I wanted to create something that was unique to everyone and create items at a reasonable price that people could wear.
Gosh, I drew all throughout school, throughout high school, even in the classes I wasn't supposed to draw in, I drew in. I went to art school, got a major in art. I was originally going to be a Disney artist, and then I ended up realizing I just want to tell my own stories, so I decided just to go full-time as a as a comic book artist, started doing some freelance work for some local, I say local, Oklahoma City local, comic book writers, and I've gotten to illustrate children's books. I've done murals. I just did everything just so I could make money at it. Murals, portraits, you name it.
It wasn't something that I chose. It kind of chose me. I was making it in the background. A lady put it in her store. It did really well. Then she had to move, and so I had a lot of extra soap on my hands, and so I ended up taking it to a farmer's market. It did really well, and I've been selling it ever since.